Hello everyone and welcome back for what may be the finale and may also be the penultimate episode of the Thrawn Revenge Imperial Civil War 2.2 preview playthrough as a Pentastar alignment. In the time since the last episode, I really just loaded it up and we got attacked. I was going to wait for this fleet to get back to Levian 2 to start the episode, but looks like we'll be in a battle when that happens against 3 Dreadnoughts, Nebulon B2, and a Marauder Cruiser. Let's actually see what we get from our defenses there and see if we can save the station just for fun, just for funsies. So it'll just be the fighters, but we probably can kill some Marauders, maybe.
Roger that. The enemy has been spotted.
All right,
TIE squadron here.
we got 3 squadrons.
Commence.
Let's see if we can intercept those X-wings. Let's go for the bottom ones here.
Awaiting orders. TIEs reporting in. Acquiring target.
All right, looks like we're dealing with those first ones.
Copy. Commander, asteroid field ahead. Take evasive action. Where'd he go?
I think all these models are new here. The X-Wings, I think, are the Ascendancy ones. TIE Fighters are the Ascendancy ones. Alright, let's go take those ones.
I copy. Ready for command.
They're faster.
Course set. Instructions received. Reporting. Asteroid
Let's
field
send them
ahead.
around the
Take evasive
asteroids.
action. Yes, sir.
Kind of scared of the Marauders.
All fighters attack. Attack.
Fighters are just getting annihilated there.
Yes, Commander.
Right, let's see if we can...
Way.
Those X-Wings, though. They're protecting it.
Ready for battle. Roger.
We gotta take out those guys, I guess.
Ready. Target.
No, go straight for the Dreadnought.
Warm up. Attacking.
And these guys will have to fly. Try to screen for the bombers.
Bomber standing by.
They'll probably need at least some capital ship assistance. Or else the output from the damage probably is... Or the damage output from the bombers probably isn't going to be enough to get through. Yeah. All these fighters attacking us.
Ready for orders. Bomb. Falling out of formation.
Yeah. It's not going to work.
Ready.
But, on the other hand, this probably will. So, how much do we want to make them pay for that, is the question.
Cruiser here.
Like vengeance levels of payment, maybe?
Let's move out.
Or just keep it at the precursors. You know what? Let's... I feel like they've earned a Praetor.
Choose your reinforcements.
Navigating to coordinate.
Choose your reinforcements.
Target confirmed. Destroying lasers. Cruiser reporting. Direct fire at their laser. Direct fire on the engines.
And just
Advancing.
for general purposes.
Confirmed.
Choose your reinforcements.
What else do you got up here? 2 X-Wing squadrons, that's definitely enough for a Bellator to take care of. Oh, and this one. Should have sent 2 Bellators.
Engaging the enemy.
There we go. That was totally a reasonable response.
Gunship reporting. Navigating to coordinate.
I didn't even see the Nebulon B last time. Is it in the battle? I remember seeing it in the fleet beforehand, but I don't think I saw it in the battle. Either who. That should be... Champala. Oh, I don't think we've used... I don't remember using Reaper that much. I think we used it one battle. So we'll swap out the fleets there. And we'll send the Reaper to Champala. With the Munificent. Munificent. I'm just going to call it Munificent. That's what I've always called it since I was a kid. And I'm just going to keep doing it. I've second guessed myself 30,000 times, which is the 30,000th. I don't know how to say that properly. 30,000th guessed myself.
Our shields won't protect us from those asteroids.
Okay, we got some skip rays with us.
Choose your reinforcements.
Ahead, full.
Look, sir, it's them.
Captain on deck.
Oh, we got some of these guys here.
We're on the move.
What the Vindicator? Enforcer. Enforcer handle that one. Was that the defense fleet that they sent to the other planet?
Choose your
Do they just not have anything here?
Flight speed.
They may not actually have anything worthwhile here.
This is the captain.
Choose your reinforcements.
We will need some anti-fighter for this.
Cancelled.
Moving out. Heading out. Call out.
Might even do this without any SSDs.
Frequency open.
A lot of self-imposed SSD diet.
Batteries
Superstar
online.
diet.
Your command, sir.
Captain on deck.
We'll use Reaper for the next battle because there's only 2 planets left. Use Reaper for the second last, and we'll use the Bellator. We'll use the Vengeance for last. Maybe Bellator and Vengeance. We can't use all 3 at once, but we can use 2 of them.
Yes, sir. Target those lasers.
Heavy victory standing by. Moving to sector.
What's over there?
Roger that.
They're all grouped. Oh, the Marauder. I guess they think that's going to keep them safe.
New heading set. On full volume.
At your command.
What's your orders? This is the captain. Adjust and fire.
This is like top on my list to redo after we've got the demo out. We do have the newer one for Ascendancy, but it's better, but it's still not great.
Ready for battle.
Get over here and help.
Skip ray reporting.
Starting attack position.
Yeah, they're not getting anything out of here anyways. let's go with...
Invasion commencing.
Probably should have done a bit more research there. 3 invasions and 2 space battles. So I think
Reporting. Choose
that's
your
no. You know what? We're gonna back out. We're gonna buy a bunch of lats. Or I think we actually did have a bunch of lats built on our factory planet.
untenable. All forces
Is it Gabrador that we built it all on? No, Cernpidal. Let's get those in here,
Receiving orders.
and then we'll take it all over.
constructing.
So, infantry. You know what? Actually, first, where do we have a barracks?
Recruiting soldiers.
Get some rocket soldiers.
Construction complete. Reporting. Reporting. Reporting.
And
Reporting.
there we go.
Transmission received.
Invasion commencing.
I really think I should have scouted that out a bit better. At all. I mean, so
Choose your reinforcements.
either way,
Order acknowledged. Heading out.
we'll get our Air Force
Order
going.
acknowledged.
At
Heading out.
maximum unit capacity.
And let's go with an AI turret.
At the ready.
Constructing.
Ready to receive orders. Comlink active. Moving out.
Construction complete.
Heading out. Destination ahead. Let's move out. Let's go. Keep going.
Sometimes I wish the mod was covering a lot less than we did, because there's a lot of detail stuff that we'd be able to put a lot more into if we weren't spending so much time on the upkeep on everything.
And received.
And when we say like what's the reason for doing something, that's sort of what we're getting at there, because like
Destination
we could just
ahead.
spend all day throwing in as many units as we want,
Let's move out.
or all the units that people want, but then there's a lot you're sort of giving up for that. And at the end of the day, like there's only so much that another unit is going to give you, especially on factions like the New Republic, where they're like completely stocked up, or for the Imperial factions where, like the Remnant especially, where they're full, or they're all just going to give you like a different variation on the same triangle theme. But when there's stuff like we could have put more work into Death Clones earlier, had them done earlier, a lot of the voice stuff. A lot of the difficulties with that stuff just comes because we have so much that we've tried to cover. And
Fighting fire.
it's a lot easier to coordinate the VOs for, like,
As you wish. Squadron moving out.
even if we still had 8 playable factions, 8 playable factions with
Proceeding.
10 units instead of 8 playable factions with
Attack
upwards
on
of
target.
30 units. Especially when you take into account that there's both ground and space.
Command received. Right
But
away.
that's sort of the trade-off. It's not even really an idea of quality versus quantity. It's that like there is certain stuff that you'd expect
Attacking target.
when dealing with this era. So like a lot of the faction stuff, well, it does reduce our ability to focus on polishing certain things within the individual factions.
Over there.
I've always liked the whole Total War feel of some
Receiving orders.
the whole feel of Total War games rather, and it's something that I've really,
Squadron moving out.
on the galactic side of things, really wanted Empire at War to have more of. So rather than it just being like the same 2 factions everywhere, having the bigger campaigns at least, some more factions, more active groups. That's something that certainly 2.2 has more than 2.1 did, or at least more options for the different groups. But especially with all the different backstory that everything has.
Blast them out.
So that's always been something that I felt was certainly sort of worth the trade-off between having some stuff being a bit more polished versus trying to cover a lot of it. But again, it's sort of a judgment call you're making at some point. And it's at the point where, like, when people ask for stuff, it's not an idea of, like, this is something that should be in the mod versus not be in the mod. A lot of people think of it in those terms, like, well, if I'm asking for this, it's going to be just more for the mod. But we're...
This way. Over there.
The point we're at now, and sort of, I guess the point we've always been at, is there's a ton of stuff we want to do, and it becomes a choice between what of that stuff are we going to be able to do, and what of that stuff, if we do X, does it mean we can't do Y? Or there's always something that we can't do if we decide to do something else. So for people who would say, oh, well, why don't we get these other 3 Star Destroyer types? But those are things that we could put into working on putting it like the Ceruvi or something, rather than working on fleshing out like Zero Command, making a bunch of new units for Zero Command. If we could have even just a minor faction of the Ceruvi that was able to take part in some GCs or to play into an Empire of the Hand GC, that's a lot. We feel like there's a lot more we're getting out of that, rather than, I guess the big example would be the Asserter, which is possibly the most often requested thing in the last year, where at least 2 or 3 times a week we'll get someone asking for it. And as far as the work that goes into making an SSD like that, if we can make 5 frigates in the same time that it would take to make that SSD, to us that's a lot more. Or rather, 5 frigates for a new faction of a unique sort of unique variety, or Flesh of the Empire of the Hand, or like any of that stuff to us is better than having a... How many are there? There's Eclipse, Sovereign, Executor, Bellator, Vengeance. So at least 5, I'm probably even forgetting something, but at least 5 SSDs for the Empire that already exist. You're not really adding any more functionality by doing a new one either. So that's sort of the trade-off that we're trying to make with things, or that we have to make with things. Because the team isn't huge. Like, we have a fair number of people for a mod team, but it's not enough to just cover literally everything. There's always going to be stuff where if we want to do X, we can't do Y. Oh, and someone was asking in the comments before, can you make the Lats land? You just got to get them over. There you go. If they're over a place where they can land, you just have to take an infantry guy, and even if they can't get in at the time,
Ready. Keep going.
as long as they're over a place where they can land, they will do. Well, you already saw it happen.
Artillery reporting.
It's a very dense map for props, so it's a bit harder to find it.
Awaiting orders.
At the ready.
Yeah,
Copy.
it's like the worst place. Well, you all saw it happen when I did it the first
Ready to
time. But
receive orders. Over there. Engines activated. Receiving orders.
I copy.
there we go. It'd probably work a bit better out here.
Comlink active. Roger that.
Reporting.
Yeah, see.
Form up.
But yeah, so even if you cancel the movement order, it'll still drop immediately.
Order acknowledged.
As you wish. I copy.
That was too close for me to cancel it. But anyways, there you go.
Yes, Commander.
Hopefully that rant was enlightening for someone.
Destroyed.
Cut through them.
Ready to receive.
Oh, no, no.
Unit destroyed.
Ready for your orders, sir. Initiate
Uh,
bombing run.
Gotta get ready for the OB.
Firing.
Alright, let's see if we can
Got them on
get this guy out.
Let's move out. Lieutenant standing by.
Oh, we're chasing it off.
Keep going. Form up. Almost there.
Almost ready for the orbital bombardment. Orbital bombardment. This is one of the buttons that I'm most excited to replace, the OB button.
Mauler ready.
Even if we just go back to the vanilla lever thing.
This way.
Moving out.
Over there. There they are. They are in my sights.
Alright, We're gonna have to track down that Gallo free.
Roll out.
And hopefully that was coherent.
Deploying.
I've been recording way too much when I'm this tired. And it's not good.
Initiate sweep.
See how much of the stuff we can get in shot. Oh god. That's not good.
Advancing.
Order acknowledged. Heading out. Order acknowledged. Heading out.
Maximum unit capacity.
But yeah, it's not like we're at a point where it's like we're either going to do this thing or nothing. It's we're either going to do X or Y. And eventually we would like to do something else with our lives, but, you know,
Yes, Commander.
I have a problem letting things go, I guess. Not my units. My units, they all die and I don't care. Really, that's the main reason my units die, is that I send them to their deaths without particularly caring whether or not they live or die. So, hold on. Group back up.
On the way. Bombing pods available. Order, sir. Spreading out.
It's almost like the time when Lando was here.
Attack.
Only we still have some stuff.
Fire.
Alright, there's one.
Fire. Attack that target.
Did we ever track down that Gallifrey?
Choose your
Order
reinforcements.
acknowledged.
Oh well. Gotta deal with you. And we got the barracks, and then what else though?
Affirmative. Going there now.
There's gotta be another... Well, there's this. Another light vehicle factory somewhere. Unless there's this... Is there one up here? I don't think so. No, it's not up here. Oh, well, at least that guy came back. To save us some time. No, come back. I just want to hurt you. Oh well. Make sure we take out those infantry then. Oh, there is one. They're just too far back. Alright, now where's that Gallifrey?
Attack that target. Right away.
Alright, so that's going to do it for this episode. So I guess Tuesday will be the final episode of our Pentastar alignment playthrough, and it looks like we're probably going to win. So thank you so much for watching, guys, and I will see you on Tuesday. Everyone.